Hey, Jody. Thanks for meeting with me.
Sure,
I know we've known each other for a while.
Absolutely.
So I really, to be honest with you, I kind of want your help a little bit.
Okay.
I'm fairly new to Aflac,
Right.
and how long have you been here now?
This company?
Yeah.
This company was 9 years in the industry, right at 19.
Okay, nice. Well, as you're familiar with, it is always easier to work with a warm market versus a cold market.
Right.
And I kind of just want to pick your brain a little bit and kind of see who you know. I'm going to go over a little bit of what Aflac is.
Okay.
As I'm going through this, I don't want you to think if Aflac would be a good fit for the company. Kind of the people that I'm looking for is maybe other business owners that you deal with on a day in, day out basis. That they have obviously a company with employees. That's kind of our ideal target. So as I go through this, that's kind of who I want you to think about.
Okay.
Basically, Aflac started in 1955 in a little town south of Atlanta, Georgia. We were started by 3 brothers. A lot of people know the duck. They aren't really familiar with what we do. We have more than 50 million policyholders worldwide. We've been in Japan for 35 years, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands.
Mm-hmm.
Our wheelhouse is that we work with small business owners, really with 100 and fewer employees. So as I'm going through this, that's kind of who I want you to think about, maybe who you know.
Right.
In 2010, we paid out $2.1 billion in claims. Our promise to our policyholders is that we promise to pay in 4 days. All right. The other thing that I want you to know is when I'm maybe approaching people that you know, just know that it does not cost the company anything to offer, all right? It's completely 100% employee funded. There are benefits for owners who choose to offer it, but know that if I'm approaching these people, listen, I'm not going to be saying, can you pay for this? Can you pay for that? Just know that it's free for their company to offer. Kind of the whole premise of Aflac is that let's say one of their employees gets sick or injured. There's a couple of different areas of financial impact that the employee is going to feel. Number one, if they have health insurance, they're going to have to pay their co-pays and their deductibles.
Right.
We see a lot of times if they have to maybe go outside of network to seek treatment for a specialist or referral or something like that, maybe a smaller percentage of those medical bills are covered. We see a lot of times if they're really sick or really injured and that employee actually has to take time off of work, well, now they're missing their paycheck. And we've even seen a double loss of income, which if that employee is really sick or really injured and they take off and their spouse has to take off to take care of them, well, now they're missing both incomes. And then there's the things that just keep coming, whether those employees are at your friend's office or not, and that's the gas in their car, the mortgage, the food on their kids' table, daycare maybe. And so the whole entire premise of Aflac is that we pay cash directly to those employees based on a sickness or based on an injury. And however those employees need to use the money, that's how those employees need to use the money.
Okay.
So if one employee needs to use it to cover that ambulance bill because their health insurance didn't cover it, great. And if another employee needs to use it to cover their mortgage or their daycare, they could use it for that. A lot of times I see with small business owners, such as maybe some people that you know, a lot of times if an employee is sick or injured and they need help with those expenses, they go to the owner. And you may not know this, but a lot of times those owners actually do fund those things. And they may give them a salary advance or a company loan. And so by those owners now offering Aflac, it kind of takes the owner out of them. So my question to you is, I know that you're in the auto body industry. I want to know maybe who you use for tires, who you use for mufflers. If somebody comes here and you cannot fix their issue, who do you refer them to?
Well, if it was tires, I got Rick over at Big O.
Oh, great.
And Rick and I used to work together back in many days ago.
Okay.
So I know him well, and I just feel comfortable when I send people to him. So
Good.
Rick over at Big O.
Okay.
Typically, if it's an auto body that I can't handle, and that's a little bit bigger, I would go with Tom.
Oh, great.
And he's over there at Lauderhill
Okay.
Collision.
And how do you and Tom know each other?
Well, Tom, actually, it's not even through work, funny enough. We just had some mutual friends
Okay.
way back in the day and have just been hanging out since. We know each other probably about a decade.
Wow.
Now, certainly we've been referring business to each other since then, but
Yeah.
we met through other circumstances.
Great. Okay. Any last one?
The company I was with before, from the standpoint of this, I don't refer anybody to them, but I remember we had a lot of trouble there with people not being happy with the programs, happy with the benefits, and that's why they lost a lot of good people. Now, Samantha actually is the one that makes all those decisions and runs the show over there.
And what was the name of that company?
That was Smith and Smith Auto Body. They're over there in Miami Lakes.
Okay. And I know that you mentioned that you know Tom pretty well, so Tom would recognize your business card if it came across his desk.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. And what about Rick?
Yeah, no, all three of those people I know very, very well.
Okay, perfect.
So I'd have no problems referring anybody to them or them recognizing me.
Great. Well, that would be great. The last thing I'm going to ask you to do is I know you have your business cards right here.
Yeah.
If you could just take one on the back and if you can write, Tom, please give Rachel 10 minutes of your time. Thanks so much, Jody.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll go over there and speak with Tom.
Right.
And really just kind of introduce myself. And it's a little bit of a warmer meeting. And so it kind of helps me a little bit get my foot in the door. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much for doing that. Thank you so much for your time.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I hope it works out for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Have a
talk
great
soon.
day.
You
All
too.
right.